It was nice news story for sequels and superheroes on environment as the Academia announced a marked new class for the Oscars. The following right in February will be the at first to involve the new confer for eminent accomplishment in famous movie. Same's creature a bit drama if you ask us, but how's virtually his work, to be equitable. On the somersault party, down there are now a entire loading of films that could abruptly discover themselves in the Oscars racing the winter. Films how the social went to see in droves. Get a see at the movies how did so for the largest latter awards time of year, Love 3 Billboards, The Form of Water Supply, and I, Tanya. Large films, no question, and He's Not Love, any of them were box office space flops, but alike, no of them would offer the Avengers a run for their cash at the box office space. Or How Fair Makes Human Beings Sense, Why Should I Thoroughness? The right is for arrogant arty human beings. Or If a Famous Cinema Gets and Confer How's Large, but which's more than essential is not how it wins, but how we as an auditorium sense implicated. The gap among audiences and critics is in question, Plumb Line says has been bubbly off for a length period. On in several some changes, such as reducing the right, the new class is intended to give TV audience behind to the Oscars. Human beings don't understand the Oscars is down there to do cash, he's not fair to award human beings for manufacturing the top art they can, says Plumb Line. He's as well a TV show, and sponsor in the Academia is a very big transactions, but in the low ratings recent year, they're concerned. Top famous movie will recognize such movies that can be missed by critics and production figures, but are extremely famous in the general social on in films such as Deadpool 2 and Emmett Man and the Wasp. Down there will be lot of superheroes, a cute to fly household in a slight image go February. As, really seldom do sequels anxiety the top image class at the Oscars, but how could be on to changing? Or down there's no lack of them about at the time. Both of films could now discover themselves at war one day once again, but the period for an Academia figurine. If the new class is departure to be elect for by the social, later Mamma Mia could include a large team of fans. How we'll shove it in the stratosphere, says Plumb Line. He's got so lot big names and apparently ABBA fans are abundant, it could do it, all is to act to. Science-fi and imagination films may be amongst the largest beneficiaries of the new class. To be equitable, Oscar doesn't ever rotate his nasal up at the style, in Incarnation Grid a top image appointment in 2009. A cinema love Steven Spielberg's prepared Gamer 8, that was liberated in March could now abruptly discover himself in the Oscars racing. Spielberg, following all, is a vet CEO. Time the cinema has the gain of creature a new and thus more than unique name, in comparison with a continuation or deductible recital, a Celebrity Wars history and Jura Planet, Fall Realm could as well gain and may now get a see in go February. The new class does outdoor up the opportunity for musicals love the big showmanship to be designated, but such a films are few and far among. The new class foliage animation films in an exciting stance. Will a cinema love The Incredibles 2 now be submitted for top famous movie instead of top animation movie? It would potential be acceptable for both of, but creature designated in one could damage its chances in the sum. Down there appear to be lot of blockbusters film movie schedules at the time, though, Plumb Line points of, down there was a bit of a gap for the Planet Bowl. He's a lightly odd year to give the class in. Studios escape producing big blockbuster main movies for the Planet Bowl, cleanly since they receive complimentary amusement at household, at the pub or at yours counterparts, and you don't wish to expend an additional £10 how you could use on thing else, he says. But how on early year? Down there are lot of films how springtime to reason that were missed by the Academia but enormous in audiences. This Black Cavalier would have been in the class, says Plumb Line. Or he's an exciting position down there. We had a post-mortem Oscar for Heather Ledger, but how cinema was an completely irresistible favorite excellent film, and the reality how didn't get at low a review was a surprise party behind in the date, so how would have been in competition. I don't believe it would always be a sitcom, I don't believe comedies include How Groundswell Over, but we could have seen a remnant bout. Bridesmaids could have been a. Some films that were box office space titans but skipped out on awards fame in latter year involve Celebrity Wars, The Strength Awakens, the Harry Potter films, Beautiful and the Animal and The Quick and Angry Deductible. All eyes will be on the following Oscars right on February 24, 2019 to see who the at first beneficiary of the new award is. Allows fair expect they declare the proper victor.